To the Two Oceans Aquarium in Cape Town will soon be experiencing mussel crackers, loggerheads, the ragged tooth and honeycombs in a whole new way. These uniquely named sea creatures are set to get their very own multi-million rand exhibition. Patrick Garrett, the director of the Two Oceans Aquarium Predator exhibit, joins us now from our Cape Town studios. Good morning, Patrick. Give us some idea as to when this aquarium will be completed and open to the public.
Good morning to you, and thank you for the opportunity to express this really exciting time for the Two Oceans. The exhibit will actually be open by the end of the year, so we've got a lot of work to undertake before then. The builders moved onto the site yesterday for the first meeting, and within a couple of weeks we'll see the construction crews alongside the aquarium, the cranes going up, and very, very exciting indeed.
Now, we're quite, big voyeurs here in South Africa. We love to see all of, we love to have a look at these dangerous things. Was that the reason behind you opening specifically a predator exhibit?
Well, the reason is simply that we've been working towards this expansion of the aquarium for a number of years, and there are two reasons really. The first is that aquariums, to sustain, need to introduce new exhibits. Otherwise, they become known as old hat, very sort of museum-ishy, if I may say, and your visitation drops off. So we've been working towards this so that we can maintain our numbers coming through the door. The other one is that we're 18 years old now. We're in our 19th year, and our two main exhibits need refurbishment. So the idea is to build a new spectacular exhibit, get all the animals transferred into that exhibit, and that allows us then to take down the other two. That's the kelp forest and the existing predator display. This is a real double whammy, because what it actually allows us to do is to reconstruct the existing predator display into a dedicated big sharks display. So we're going to have this beautiful new facility with walk-through tunnel, stunning views and predators in it. And the existing one will be converted into a dedicated big shark display. Very powerful.
I'm assuming that's very strong glass then, Patrick.
Very strong. Yeah, these days we don't use glass anymore. Acrylics, which is a type of plastic, has allowed aquariums to construct these huge aquariums into the marine environment. And yeah, to give you an example, the existing acrylic is almost the thickness of the size of a ruler, 30 centimeters. That's a lot of acrylic.
And that's a lot of safety, at least. Now, where will you be sourcing these lovely creatures from? Like you say, they will be transferred from the existing facilities. Can we look forward to any other exotic creatures being brought in from any other parts of the world?
Actually not. We take very pride in, we take a lot of pride in the fact that we are very much a local aquarium. If you come to the Two Oceans Aquarium, you will see animals from South and Southern Africa. Having said that, we have a few foreign visitors, which are just so spectacular, we have to include them, but very few. By and large, they're local species. What we will be doing is increasing the temperature slightly in the new exhibit, allowing us to bring in some predators from KZN. I think that they've got some really spectacular predators up there, and that would just add to the diversity of what we have at the moment. I think it's going to be absolutely wonderful.
I'm sure what everybody wants to know is, will we get to see feeding time? Can we be there during feeding time, and can we feed them ourselves?
Absolutely. In terms of feeding yourself, we're not quite sure about that. I think it takes quite a bit of expertise by divers. We are looking at other programs, though, in which one can feed. What I like about the new exhibit is that it has a huge area for the public. So our visitors have an area which is probably as big, if not bigger, than the tank that we're putting in. So, and it's flat. So it's a lovely design where, and the bottom of the tank is actually raised. So everybody standing there will be able to see everything happening in that display. And it's a big area, so it'll allow a lot more. At the moment, we crush. Every time we have a feed, there's a major crush in the aquarium. This will, I think it's going to be a crush. We're just going to have a bigger crush, but it will allow people, a lot more people, to see the action, which is really what a lot of them come for.
Patrick, any chance we'll be seeing some great whites there in the future? Sharks, I mean.
I'm asked that question so often. Yeah. No, I think that the problem with great whites is that they're a top predator, and work is being done on them overseas, and they're finding that top predator will just literally eat everything else in that display. So you have to look at this animal and say, is it worth having one animal in a massive display, or do we go for variety? And we're actually going, in our new shark display, we'll go for variety, and what we're aiming for are 3 shark species that are totally different in shape and temperament. So that's going to add a lot. At the moment, we've got the ragged-toothed sharks. We want to include the cow sharks, which are local Cape sharks, and then the bronze whaler. And those 3 are very, very different indeed. So it'll give us a good diversity in a brand new exhibit.
All right, well, it all sounds very exciting. We can't wait for the end of the year. Thank you very much, Patrick Garrett, Director of the Two Oceans Aquarium.
Know more about your world. eNCA.com